Hi guys, welcome to Project Diaries. Today's video, I just want to have a chat with you. There's a lot of people asking me how I'm getting on in quarantine, so I thought I'd answer those in a video. And quite frankly, at the beginning of the year, quarantine didn't do me any problems at all. It was really good. As you know, that this channel's had its ups and downs, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride behind the scenes. But the beginning of quarantine was absolutely amazing. It seemed like loads of people had so much time to get into gardening, and it was a hot topic at the beginning, and it went crazy. The whole I was averaging around 100,000 views a month at that point, but within quarantine, first few weeks, I went up to over 2 million. I think it was 2.7 million views within a week, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was, you know, so many people were asking me questions about first-time gardeners and getting involved, and it was so encouraging. It was beautiful. And then I got picked up by Chris Packham's team, which again was absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe that I got picked up by that. You know, spring watch and everything, like I said in my other videos. I've grown up with those guys, and to be on their show was absolutely fantastic. And it was a really lovely run. It was really great times. And then again, I got picked up by This Morning, and then I was on national TV, which blew my mind. It was so good to be, I couldn't believe it. There was just so many friends and family that were messaging me, and people that didn't even know that I was a YouTuber at that point, just getting involved in this channel, and it was superb. So again, the love and everything continued, and it was a beautiful time. And then the things started affecting me. Now, if you've only just started to follow my channel, you probably won't know that I've been ill quite a lot. Now, there were a lot of people complaining about it, saying that I was going on about my illness too much, and you know, I was getting a lot of backlash from that. So I just didn't talk about it for a while. I just put on my happy face, shut the shed door, and put all my life behind me. And it was therapeutic. It is amazing. That escapism that gardening gives me, gives everybody, is a beautiful thing. And then the temperature changed. In my hardening off video, I told people there was going to be a cold spell, and cold weather and wet weather really affects my body and my joints and my spine. So I was having a lot of problems over those few weeks, and now because of quarantine, I'm unable to see my physio. I'm not sure if you saw this video. But it took me 10 weeks to even see a physio after my last operation, and it should have been weekly straight away. So the lack of care caused a lot of damage to my body, to my legs, and I was unable to walk for 10 months. I was totally bedbound, and it was a real tough time for me. I went through a lot of mental problems, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. And it took until 18 months for me to even start putting my feet on the ground, and at this time I was fighting with the government because I was unable to walk. I was trying to get disability benefits, but again the government didn't want to know. The NHS wasn't helping because of government cuts to the NHS. There just wasn't enough staff to give me what I needed, so I had to physically put myself through torture to try and get my health back to normal, and it's still not great. It's good enough to smile, and I can walk a few meters, but most of the time I'm still on crutches, and I spend a lot of my time in bed and on the sofa. I know it looks like I'm having the time of my life, but I try to give these channels, these videos, as much energy as I've got. But every time I film a video, it usually takes me about 3 days to recover, and then another day to recover mentally, and then I have a day off, and then I try and redo it again. So I'm giving you guys absolutely everything that I've got. And because I love doing it, it is fantastic. But again, because of quarantine, it took me 10 months to finally fight the NHS to get the care that I needed. And then when they finally give it to me, quarantine hits, and I can't see my physio. I'm not allowed to see my chiropractor. I was paying a lot of private therapists and stuff like that, but they're not allowed to work now. My deep tissue therapist can't work. So my pain is now it's getting to a point where it's really tricky for me to function normally day by day. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm really shortness of breath because I'm back on all of the medication. I don't know if you saw this video, but I'm back on a lot of those medications, and they really suppress my respiratory system, and I get a lot of side effects from that. But I still feel like I'm doing okay. I'm just a little bit burnt out from all the TV work and all the internet, and you know, it is it's tough, and especially the Facebook gardening group. I don't even know what's going on there. There's just been so many reports and so much drama. It's a gardening channel, people. You know, don't come on here and start talking about politics and being nasty to each other. I'm trying desperately to keep a positive grip on this, and to try and create a place that is beautiful and it is not affected by the outside world. I want people to feel safe when they're in my channel, and when they're watching my videos, when they're commenting on YouTube, and when they're in my Facebook gardening group. I try desperately to try and keep that in a neutral, safe place. But I'm one man. I'm not a big TV production team. Even when I was doing the TV stuff, I was still, you know, filming the videos, editing the videos, being the host. I was doing everything. It was the all singing, all dancing, and it came at a time which was fantastic for me, because I was still really ill, and I was still mentally drained. So the adrenaline from working with Chris Packham and Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, the adrenaline with that, adrenaline's the best painkiller ever, and it was amazing while it was going on. But there was quite a lot of demands coming from lots of other sources and things as well. And I'm just one man. I can't do it all. You know, and people were saying, well, why don't you delegate? Why don't you do this? You know, I was ill for so long. When I desperately needed people, they wasn't there for 10 months. So I have real bad trust issues. And obviously this is now, you know, I'm an event organizer, I'm a tour manager for rock bands, and I'm a DJ in my real life. This is just a hobby that I do at my granddad's house. And it's a real fun time for me. When I come here, like I say, I shut the shed door and all my outside world has disappeared. But now it's starting to get to a point where it's becoming a problem. Early on when I started this channel, there were a couple of idiots that started posting Grandad's address on the internet. They were linking Google Maps, and I don't know what people expect to achieve from this. Grandad's a 90-plus-year-old pensioner, so is it the fact that you think you're clever because you've worked out where we live, or is it the fact that you're just trying to be nasty and trying to cause a lot of problems? I don't know what that is, but it needs to stop, because, you know, like I say, this channel's fun for me, and the second it stops being fun, I just won't do it anymore. I'll just delete the channel if it ever becomes a problem. And it's starting to walk a very fine line in that, and it's scary. I've not been able to look after Grandad, and I'm really struggling in my own personal life. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on within my family and within me, so I'm not going to air that in this channel. So I've had to try and figure out how to protect myself. And there's also been another thing, is that the popularity of this channel is now encouraging a lot of people to steal my videos and steal my content. I will do some videos on those, because there are some companies that are stealing my footage without permission and earning a lot of money out of me. I mean, it's mad how people can earn more money than I earn in a month out of one video. I don't know how they're doing it, but you know, it's not on, and I really appreciate those people. You know, my subscribers and my supporters, thank you so much for sending me those links and sending me you know, reports and emails and stuff of people stealing my content. I can't do everything all the time. I'm just doing what I can, you know. So it's getting tricky. Behind the scenes is getting tricky. There's so much bureaucracy. When someone steals your content, it then has to go through the YouTube copyright system, and it's really unfair. There's a problem going on within YouTube at the moment, and I might do a video on that because I think it'll be very educational. So I've been pulled into the bureaucracy side of being a YouTuber, and it's desperately trying to push me into setting up a company, but I don't really want Project Diaries to be a business. You know, it's like I say, it's just a bit of fun and a hobby, but to protect my identity, to protect my my address, and basically to protect my family, I'm being forced into directions that I don't really want to go in because of a bunch of idiots. And it's unfortunate how much this is now growing. It's now becoming a huge problem where people are now advertising my address again, and people are sending me threats. I don't know why you're getting upset. You know, there's a lot of people that have seen my my fungicides and my my insecticide videos. I tell people in that clearly, test it on one plant, on one leaf. This is a homemade product, and there's many different types of leaves out there. Some could absorb the oils and the soap more than others. Some are waxy, some are more porous. And I've said this time and time again, and I just can't seem to win, because there's no pleasing anyone. You know, you can't please everybody, and it's exhausting when I spend so long making videos. You know, some take me 3-4 months, some have even taken me a year, and then when I finally upload it, there are so many people that love my videos, and I love those guys. But you know, when the first comment is, why haven't you done this video yet, or can you do this, or there's no please, there's no thank yous, and it's tough when you're in, you know, when I'm in a physical state that I'm still using crutches. I can still walk a few meters, but you know, I'm still struggling. So, you know, I used to go to my comment section to feel the love, to have the positivity shine through, and a lot of my darker hours, that really pulled me through. But now there's a lot of nasty people out there that are just, I don't know whether they're just having such a bad time in their own life, so they're trying to take it out on other people. I don't care about trolls. I don't care about the nastiness, but unfortunately I've got to read through all that to get to the good stuff. And you know, it is a bit soul destroying sometimes, just because of, you know, it's really hard for me to explain without getting too emotional in it, so I'm just going to stop that part. But I just can't thank enough of my supporters. There are so many of you now. It's a beautiful thing. It is a really beautiful thing. So I know I was going to fall out. I know I'm going to get ill again. I've got lots of gastro issues. I've got lots of spine problems, and it's taken me 60 weeks, 60, to see this gastroenterologist, and it was due to be in 2 weeks after the quarantine set. So they had to cancel that as well. So all this stuff that I've been fighting for, and that's been absorbing a lot of my time and my energy, has now come to a halt. So I know that my pain is going to increase, and my spine's going to get worse, and that my ability to make videos is going to slow down. So I am feeling quite burnt out from all of the popularity and everything else. So I apologize if I'm not getting back to the people that are really helping this channel, and I'm just basically gonna slow down a little bit. I'm not gonna stop. I have filmed a lot of videos, but I usually film segments at a time and then do voiceovers, but I don't know if you can tell, my voice is pretty shaky. So I don't want to lower my quality of videos just to rush to get them out. You know, I've already had some people saying that the squash video and some other videos that I've uploaded were too late in the season. But this channel's global. You know, everyone has different seasons at different times. Everyone has different weather at different times. You know, people in Texas are having a heat wave while we're having a cold spell. So I can't put these videos in the exact time that you need them. So, you know, I'm trying not to be nasty, but you know, some people need to just chill out a little bit and allow me to upload the videos when I can and view them whenever you need them. But I don't want this channel to, I don't want this video to be negative. I just want to be able to explain to people that actually care. Now I know a lot of people are just here for my gardening videos, but there's an ever increasing people that are here for me and want to know about me. So I'm really appreciative of those people. You know, when you've had a couple of bad days of just negativity and then somebody actually genuinely asks how you are, it's really good and it's really emotional, and I love that. There are a lot of people that I talk to regularly that are just a beacon for me. They're a beautiful encouragement, and I inspire them, they inspire me, and we try to continue to create this channel to what it is now. It's a lot more real than other gardening channels. You know, I've had a lot of people saying, oh, you know, you keep posting all your failures, and I think you can learn more from a failure than you can from a success. You know, when I first started out, I still don't consider myself a professional expert gardener. I'm still learning as I go. All of these videos I've done the first time, you know, I basically filmed these the first time I've done them. So I'm learning as I go, and as I learn, I then teach. So, you know, I think it's more beneficial for me to show the failures, the weather changes, the slug attacks. I mean, look at this one here. I don't know if you can see in the sun. Oh, you're not going to show it, but there's slug trails all over this. Slugs have absolutely decimated my carrots, and they you know, I'm having a bad year for growing. The weather's terrible, and you know, because the garden's so run down, there's loads of little hidey holes for pests and slugs and snails to hide. So, you know, I'm struggling this year, but I'm still going to do what I can. I'm still going to come back and do everything that I can. And if you've been following my Instagram, you'll see that I've got a lot of beautiful things going on. All the roses have come out, Nan's roses, hugest amounts of what was it, rhubarb was massive. Mum really enjoyed those. I'm not into that taste, but Mum absolutely loved it. Stuck a bit of sugar on it, and it was always Granddad's favourite. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out of this garden, but again, like I say, that whole me shutting the shed door and leaving my life behind is now starting to creep into this channel, and I'm not happy with it. So unfortunately, it's going to take up a lot of my time to get rid of the bureaucracy. I've had to learn about copyright law, I've had to learn about fair use, and I've had people claiming my videos as theirs, and it's profound. So now, you know, this is now becoming my only source of income, and now a lot of that money is now going into me getting lawyer advice and accountancy advice, and looking into being a limited company and something called registered agency, so I can have more anonymity. And you know, I know you guys don't care about the bureaucracy of it, but the more I get of that, the less I can get in the garden, and it's already a tough year. So, you know, I just wanted to make a video to explain why my videos are now probably going to slow down. I'm still going to finish the ones that I've done, and I'm still hopefully going to have a bumper crop in a few things this year. But I mean, I feel almost dirty that I've had to buy a lot of plants from supermarkets, because supermarkets just don't look after their plants. They don't water them properly, and they always end up coming with diseases. Some of mine have got powdery white mildew, and a lot of my tomato plants have got some kind of fungus or blight already. So, you know, and as you can see, look, I don't know if you saw my video, I don't even know when I did it, a month ago? God, it's Groundhog Day, it all feels the same. But these are my tomatoes, and this is what they're supposed to look like after a week. But this is like maybe 6 weeks worth. So that cold spell really ruined a lot of my growing. You know, my marigolds are slow, I've got some comfrey going on, my peppers are having trouble, everything's struggling this year, apart from my nasturtiums. They seem to be alright, but they grow really well in harsh conditions and terrible soil. So, you know, I'm still going to just crack on. I'm going to be as positive as I can, even though there's a lot of negativity coming on, and it is bombardment of that. And I do feel that the medication is stopping me from achieving what I can, and the pain levels are getting astronomical. So I'm just going to continue to do what I can when I can. I'm not going to, you know, pander to those people that are too demanding. And if you can't say please and thank you, then I'm just going to ignore you. You know, it doesn't take any effort to be nice and show some respect. And with the Facebook gardening group, please stop the drama. You know, I can't get involved in that kind of stuff, and I'm doing the best that I can. Like I say, I'm one man that's trying to deal with nearly 3 million people at a time, and it sounds, you know, I still can't just absorb that. You know, this is a hobby at my granddad's house while I was looking after him, and this was just a little bit of fun, and now all of a sudden it's turned massive, and I'm not complaining about that. It is absolutely amazing, and if it wasn't for this channel, I would have no sources of income right now. So it is amazing that I'm gonna protect it, and I'm gonna do everything I can for it. But I'm just trying to get people to ease up on being so demanding, and just try and be a little bit nicer. You know, to try and understand that there are, you know, people saying, oh well, I'll go elsewhere then. Well, do it. I'm trying to create a new channel that's refreshing and brand new and inspirational for newbies and people that have been doing master gardening. It is amazing that I get people that are in there, you know, 5, 6, 7 year olds, and then you know, people that have 80, 90-year-olds that have been in it for years. They're still learning. So if you're coming here with arrogance and it's like, well, I've been doing this for 30 odd years, you don't know what you're doing, then you don't know what you're doing. If you can't encourage people on your 30 years of knowledge, if you can't slow it down and become more patient and more conversational, then, you know, I don't really want you on this channel either. You know, I want this to be an all-encompassing, encouraging, beautiful place to hang out, and it has been for me, and I will continue that. And I know I'm rambling on this, but there's a lot of things that if I don't talk about it, I'm probably going to explode. So I commend all the people that are loving. I commend all the people that are trying new things, and I commend all the people that are just being positive. Show your failures. Don't worry about it. Learning from failure is the biggest lesson you could possibly learn in life. So don't be worried about failing. I'm just going to keep doing it. Same as I mean, I don't know if you've seen this one here is my mango. I've tried mango so many times. I can't do it. I can get it to grow a little bit, but then it just dies off. In this pot here, this is my what did I put in there? My ginger. Again, I've got ginger to sprout a little bit, but it just keeps dying back. I've tried rose stems, propagating rose stems. Again, I can get it to grow little sprouts and new leaves. I can get it to root, but then after a few more weeks, it just dies. So there's lots of videos that I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to finish, and I'm trying to work out easy ways. Same as the potatoes. I tried to show you the easiest way to grow potatoes if you even didn't have a garden. So I'm going to try and push more towards people that don't have gardens. I want to do more container gardening. There's a link here that I'm going to do small patios and container garden. So I've got loads of ideas, loads of creativity. I'm just running out of time because of all the bureaucracy, and then obviously trying to balance my pain and everything else. So hopefully this quarantine is going to go back to being good. Like I say, people were moaning about being locked up for a couple of weeks. I was already 18 months ahead of everybody else. I didn't see anybody. I was bedbound for 10 months, and I barely saw anybody for 18 months. So this isn't really affecting me in the way that it's affecting everybody else, and I still can empathise with those people. I look back at how bad I was, just being confined to my bed, you know, and just having my mum looking after me. It was tough for her. So you know, it is really tough. I can't even imagine. I'm not a parent, I don't have kids, but I can't imagine what it's like for a parent to look at their child in so much pain. So yeah, I mean, that's neither here nor there, but I just thought I'd do today's video to just let people know where I'm at physically, mentally, and what I'm going to try and do. I will put a massive thank you at the end of this, thanking all the people from Patreon and PayPal, and just beautiful people that have been messaging me really nicely, and a lot of my messages are getting lost. There were a couple of people that have sent me goodwill messages and some photos. I really hope I can find them before I finish the rest of this video, because I want to include them. I can't thank you guys, you know, thank you so much, like so much from the bottom of my heart. Just genuinely thank you so much. It's been such a tough few years, and I know that it's not, you know, like I said, I didn't do my comeback video because I don't feel like I'm back yet. When I do, I will. But I'm just going to continue pottering about, you know, and I feel like I can't do anything without filming it, and filming it is the tough part. Like when I wanted to put my beetroot in, I was like, oh, this is a nice day, but I don't have, you know, I was in a lot of pain, so I didn't want to be this personality, and I didn't want to be like, hi guys, you alright? Because, you know, sometimes that does hurt. But I mean, not hurt, but I mean, you know, I'm in a lot of pain, so it's hard to be that kind of like, yay, everything's good, when everything's not bad. I don't want to fake it. I want to do this when I'm at my peak, so I'm not going to show people when I'm at my worst. But now I feel like I'm rambling, and it's probably been going on for too long. But anyway, I just want to say I'm so proud of so many people. Like I'm still looking through the Facebook gardening group when I can. I'm absolutely overwhelmed at the amount of raised beds and stuff that people are building. you guys are incredible. They look even better than mine, so I'm really glad that you take my ideas and just push them out into something huge. There's so many amazing photos on there. I might do a video soon and just include a lot of people's stuff. But yeah, before I start rambling even more, I just want to say a massive thank you. Thank you all so much. It's just been absolutely phenomenal, and I will continue to do what I am doing, but I might have to slow down a little bit because it is getting a bit too much for me. But I just thought I'd be honest and be genuine with you, and just, you know, transparent of what's going on. Hopefully the bureaucracy can finish, but you know, good luck growing this year. I'm going to try and continue doing what I'm doing. It's absolutely sweating today, and yesterday I was in my snowboarding socks and it was crazy, so I can't seem to win at anything, but I'm still pushing through, and I'm determined to get this to the places that I want to. But anyway, thanks a lot guys, good luck growing in this year, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all of my supporters, especially those on PayPal and Patreon. Firstly, a huge shout out to Azar, who is my longest standing patron. Thank you to Maureen, Sherry, Keen, Blanca, Jen and Tom. Thank you to William, Corey, John, Anne, Patricia, Lindsay and Juliet. A massive thank you to Jenny, Sandy, Douglas, Seth, Joe and Michael. Thank you to both Lees and Jessie. A big thank you to Lisa, Penny, Anne, Marilyn, and a massive shout out to William, who's my newest supporter. If you'd like to support this channel, the links are in the description box below. And if you'd like to keep up to date on all of my future releases, you can click the subscribe button here. Here are some links to some of my other videos. And if you've tried any of my projects, I'd love to see your progress, so please join my Facebook gardening group where thousands of people are sharing photos and ideas daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.